Hey Internet, it's RJ. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into the show today. Now, today's episode, we're taking a look at one of the best credit card protections out there, and that is purchase protection. So we'll cover what it is, how it works, what it covers, and everything else you need to know to make sure you're covered when you're using your favorite card to make a new purchase. So, of course, if that sounds interesting to you, then go ahead, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. Now, when it comes to it, the world of credit cards, Team Credit Card always says, hey, one of the best benefits of credit cards is all the protections that it offers. Now, one of those is purchase protection. So, to start, though, what exactly is purchase protection? How does this work? So that's where we're going to start. Purchase protection, very simply put, is a credit card benefit that offers a certain level of protections on purchases made with that card. So, we're talking about levels of protection anywhere from lost or stolen purchases, replacements, repairs, or reimbursement. Now, again, a lot of this is going to come down to the payment network or the issuer that's issuing the card, and we're going to cover all that. But overall, that is what we mean by purchase protection. So you can see very easily that is a benefit, especially if you're making a larger purchase, right? A computer, cell phone, camera, whatever you may be, you're getting at least an extended period of protection on that or coverage. If something would happen versus if you use a card that does not have purchase protection or cash or a debit card or something like that. Now, again, a lot of this is going to come down to what the card issuer is doing, and sometimes even the payment network also provides a level of purchase protection benefits as well. Now, we're going to cover both, but you got to remember from our Visa and our MasterCard videos where we talk about those benefits, a lot of those benefits offered by the payment networks is really up to the card issuer, to either accept, reject, or, even outdo in some cases, but it's still worth knowing. So we'll start off by taking a look at payment network and seeing what kind of coverage they offer and how it works. So here we have it. We have coverage from American Express, MasterCard, and Visa. I don't believe Discover offers any of this. Now, a lot of this is from Value Penguin, so I'll link the full article down below, but credit where credit is due. So you start with Amex. They have some of the best in the game. So they're covering damage, theft, and loss. So you can see what's not covered. So downloadable or digital services, medical or dental services, and then items purchased for professional or commercial use, including education, training, skills, or professional competition. Basically stuff that's not like a material item. Now, MasterCard, damage or theft, so we do lose the lost thing there, pun intended. So, of course, in not covered, they have lost items, perishable items, pre-owned items, and computer software. Then Visa has damage and theft. Now, they do say purchases made outside of the U.S. are included so long as you make the purchase with an eligible card, which is nice. Another reason why Visa, is taken everywhere. And of course, what is not covered is lost items, computer software, items under the control of a common carrier. Basically means in chain of custody, you haven't taken, possession of that yet. They're going to blame UPS or whoever it is who lost that, and then used or pre-owned items as well. Now, if we dive a little bit deeper into our payment network here, again, this time the payment networks are at the top, and what's kind of covered is on the left-hand side here. So we might not go through all of this, but the credit cards covered by purchase protection. Again, most American Express cards, you can check eligibility, of course. Across the line here, MasterCard depends on the financial institution, and Visa Signature and Visa Infinite cards will have this as well. Again, there's not too many Visa Infinite cards out there, but it looks like Visa is saying, hey, if you want to put our branding on there, you've got to honor this. How long does protection last? Again, for Amex, up to 90 days from purchase. MasterCard looks like very similar there, except certain cards allow 120, and then Visa, same exact deal. Maximum payout is another thing you'll definitely want to know here. So Amex up to 10 grand, depending on the card, of course. MasterCard up to 1,000, and then up to 10,000 on Visa. That's probably for like a Visa Infinite. Now that's payout per claim, right? So you could have multiple claims. But of course, you jump down to the maximum payout per year. Amex, you're looking at 50K, MasterCard 50K, and then Visa 50K. So across the board, fairly similar. How long does it take to get reimbursed? 30 days. MasterCard not available, and then Visa 15 days from claim being approved. And then lastly, how do you have to file a claim? How long do you have to file a claim? 30 days or as soon as reasonably possible, 90 and 90 for MasterCard and Discover. And so there we have it, guys. Again, that's kind of my payment network, but again, American Express works because American Express issues their own cards, and then Visa and MasterCard, obviously, I think they're fine because, again, what Visa was saying, those like, hey, it's a Visa Signature, Visa Infinite, then it's going to come with this. MasterCard is a little bit more hit or miss there. Probably depends on the World or World Elite benefits that the card has. Now, of course, overall, you should always check, depending on which card, normally it's in the terms and conditions, or there's even a section for purchase and liability protection on the card issuer site. That's probably the best way to go. But again, most of your core Amex cards, Platinum, Gold, Green, your Visa Infinite cards like the Sapphire Reserve, even some Visa Signature cards like the Preferred maybe, would be good options. But this is good because, again, you can buy something up to 10 grand in the case of Amex and be protected. Now, you're not protected forever. It's basically an additional 90 days of coverage, but that can still come in handy, right? It's 3 months, another quarter. So even if you were going to buy something, maybe then turn around and go on a trip or something to use it, maybe you bought a fancy drone or something, that's pretty good. That's pretty handy. So, of course, the coverage doesn't last forever, but it is, again, an added benefit of just in case. Now, with that, let's say something does happen, how do you actually file a claim or what's needed? Well, we take a look at this. If you ever filed an insurance claim, then, of course, you're going to be very familiar with this process. So the claim is going to be, there's either going to be a claim form or you're going to go to a site, because most of these payment networks or these card issuers, they offload this basically to a third-party insurance company. You may go through your portal to get there, but it'll be a different landing page. Now you're going to need the card statement showing the purchase. Shouldn't be too hard. You can pull that up online in PDF format. Purchase receipt would be helpful. Insurance claim if necessary, and the police report if the item was stolen. And so, of course, going through that form, they're going to walk you through everything you need to know to upload, submit your documents. And, of course, just like any other insurance process that is done for your car or homeowners, they're going to review it, and get back to you, with an estimate or a replacement option, right? So that's going to vary, right? I mean, obviously, if it's stolen, what I've seen in the past is they kind of just credit your card, right, for the amount of the purchase. Sometimes they could mail you a check as well. Now, if it's like a tech thing, like a cell phone broke or something, right, for example, and you want to use that, well, then, if it's approved, then, you might have to submit like a bill of repair, right, or a repair estimate. They just may credit you back for that amount versus the whole thing, but it kind of depends on your situation. So overall, again, if you've done insurance, though, it shouldn't be too hard to figure out there. Now, what do you need to know about this? Is it always just as cut and simple? Well, kind of, sort of. So things to know. The main thing is that this often acts as secondary insurance. So, you may need to file a homeowner's insurance claim first. Now, how they determine that, is probably more so, hey, did it get stolen from your house or something like that? But, there's not really a way for them to determine, hey, I dropped this and it broke, or I got the damage, outside of the house. So, interpret that however you will. Now, variables, of course, we talked about is going to be the card issuer, the payment network, and type of card, Visa Signature versus Visa Infinite. Again, the card issuers, definitely do like a decent job of, making this protection sound like they're the ones offering it, right? So it should all be on their site on the specific card, and that's important because again, even if you were going to get a higher multiplier on another card, if you want to have purchase protection, right, then you may want to actually use something like the Amex Platinum and the Amex Gold, right? Even though it's not the best multiplier, it's probably just going to be 1x back versus whatever you were going to getting. You just really have to value that purchase protection, right? So if it's something you're taking out of the house often, or again, maybe you bought a drone, you're going on a trip immediately to use it, well, then it could be beneficial to use a card that is not getting you the best multiplier in turn for that, added level of security, even though if it's only an extra 3 months. That's really up to you. Now, of course, this is not to be confused with a few other credit card insurances or protections, so we'll quickly take a look at this, and then I'll build out separate videos for each one of these so we don't confuse the topic. But, of course, there is price protection that allows the cardholder to retroactively apply a lower price to an item that was purchased. There's extended warranty protection that allows cardholder to lengthen the time of coverage under original manufacturer's warranty. Of course, there's return protection that basically, makes sure if there's no return policy, the store won't take it back. You can be covered there as well. So again, those are some other protections you might see. I can probably build out another videos for each one of those so we don't confuse the topic. And so there you have it, guys. Final thoughts here. Again, I think the payment network slide said it best. American Express, they're probably going to offer the best purchase protections, but of course, the Visa Infinite cards, and then, Visa Signatures are no slouch as well. So again, I would just take a look at one of those. There's a fair amount of chance that you already have a card that will do just fine and fit the bill. And of course, not every purchase we're making needs to be covered up to 10 grand, right? It only just really needs to be covered up to the amount that you paid for it, right? So that's really what you're trying to do. So anyways, guys, if you like this one, drop me a thumbs up down below. If you found it particularly interesting, of course, consider subscribing to the channel. Posting content just like this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Of course, right back here every Sunday with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance. Of course, my question for you guys is let me know how you use purchase protections. Do you go out of your way to prioritize purchase protection over, the best multiplier? And if so, what items? And, what are your success stories from using this? Love to hear your thoughts on that. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this one. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you very soon in the next one.